Hello, welcome to another Monday Musings. Well, I didn't do one last week, so it's been 2 weeks since I've done one. I'm not sure if anyone missed it or knew it, and I nearly probably wasn't going to do one today, but here I am again. Bit of a tough week last week, professionally, I think, just in terms of I'm still very much on a job search for 2026 and taking certainly a few setbacks, which has been really challenging for me. I thought last year was challenging in terms of the role I had professionally, but a different challenge this year in that I'm trying to secure a role. And yeah, it's been a bit of a really challenging, tough time. But anyway, here I am, still smiling, still trying to put these forward. And I've been musing on a lot of things over 2 weeks, but I've been really musing on this idea I encountered a few years ago of what's called a deliberately developmental organisation. I read a book called An Everyone Culture by Robert Keegan, Lisa Lasco-Lay, Andy Fleming and a few others. And I was very fortunate actually to have a Zoom call with Andy Fleming not too long after, a few years ago. And it was just this idea about weaving growth and development, which is one of our, certainly bigger callings, into the everyday workings of an organisation. Now, I work in a school where obviously growth and development for students is a big part of it, but what about for teachers and staff as well? And not this sort of, high potentials identified executive coaching, leadership programs, off-site seminars and so on, but more how do we weave it into our everyday, and how does that create a culture where people grow and want to be part of that? I don't have the answers now, but I'm certainly musing on that, and I've been really fascinated for years with this idea of deliberately developmental organisations, or DDOs. So like I said, this idea of an everyone culture is also appealing. It's not a me or a we or you and I or us and them, but I think working towards this idea that we are growth focused for everyone is certainly something that I'm going to run with and fascinated with. So if you are as well, or if you have comments on that, or comments on anything, or even comments on, job searches and how you're going in your journey, feel free to comment. I'd love some people to offer their comments, because I do enjoy reading them and I do enjoy responding to them as well. No shout outs. I do have a shout out this week. My shout out goes to Mike Caneen. I've known Mike since uni days, and then we sort of discussed a few ideas earlier this year, and Mike is certainly doing some interesting things around software development, and he's sort of worked for companies related to education a bit as well. Always enjoy talking with Mike, always enjoy catching up with him, and shout out to Mike for all the work he's doing. Check it out. See you later.